All right, so before we get started, I just want to give my shout outs to Two Tough Sports, and Sean will be right back. Shout outs to Two Tough Sports, Heather's Craft Haven. Unfortunately, what's crazy? My, my
This shit
voice
is
was
hilarious.
my voice was good, but me getting in my emotions and my feelings, I done fucked my voice up all over again. You probably can't tell on the podcast, but that just is what it is. But anyway, what's up, brother?
Ain't shit was good with you.
Championship Sunday coming up, bro.
Hey, yeah. Yes, sir.
Championship Sunday. So,
What you say happened in your voice, nigga? You was yelling?
bruh, I wanted Kansas City to lose, nigga.
Yeah, I know that's right. I wanted them to lose so I ain't had to deal with them damn Swifties.
Yeah, what's up, Heather? Yeah,
That shit good.
so when I woke up this morning and I started
Mhm.
talking, I said, "Oh man." So after this show tonight, my voice is on ice until
Yeah,
Friday. My
yeah.
voice is on for the ice. I was drinking tea as we started, but I'll get through it. I'll get through it. But
Yeah,
bro, these games, my goodness.
yeah.
Okay, well let's start off like this. Because as you guys know, we did not do a recap show last night because the games ended past 10 o'clock. Hey boo, the show ended at 10. Want to be super late because niggas do got to go to work in the morning. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. So we're gonna recap the games today, and also we're gonna go over the championship Sunday. Also, um, we can talk about some things in regards to coaching. What the future is going to look like for the Buffalo Bills, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How bright is the future for the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans? So, I mean, we can get into all of that. We can get into all of that. So, let's first start by analyzing these games. Now, the very first game, Sean, was Saturday between the Texans and the Ravens.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you something. That first half, I was like, Baltimore, what the fuck you do? I don't know. You remember what I don't know if you saw what I texted on the chat. I said Baltimore's
Yeah.
in trouble.
No, I don't be in my phone like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, that first half was definitely a motherfucking game, dog. Because D'Amico had them boys ready to go, yo, and they were out there showing like they can handle it. They was blitzing heavy on Lamar in the first half. They had no
yeah,
answer for that shit.
yeah. I mean, and
Yeah,
it's like as the game went along, you could see CJ Stroud getting more comfortable. Now,
yeah.
one big part to me, I thought when they missed that field goal where they could have went up 13-10, I
Hmm.
was like, okay, Baltimore may have dodged a bullet. But again, D'Amico was sending them dogs, and they
Yeah,
was getting home damn near every time. I'm like, yo, what the hell?
yeah.
Then the second half came. Then the
They made them
adjustments came.
adjustments.
They made them
Yeah,
adjustments, and the
yeah,
Texans ain't have a chance in hell after that.
yeah. They started dropping that shit off to them running backs in the second half when they was blitzing on them, getting them out there and helping them make plays, man. So I mean, that's when good coaching comes into play too in the
Absolutely.
playoffs too, because you
Absolutely.
have to be able to adjust to what's happening to you on the fly because you don't have next week to change your game plan. You got to do that
Absolutely.
shit at halftime. So the Ravens did an excellent job at adjusting to that shit, and hey, hats off to them. They did their thing, started taking off in the second half.
But not just coaching, but
Mm,
executing as well. It was like I,
absolutely.
it was like I was saying with the Eagles game last week with the defense. Well, the scheme got the players in the right place to make the plays. They just didn't execute as players. Baltimore executed. Their defense was crazy. All Houston got was that damn punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was about it. I mean, no offense. They wasn't doing shit on offense. CJ ain't getting no touchdowns like that. And that punt return, when he did that punt return, I was like, oh, it might be a game. The boy
Yeah,
got that shit.
yeah.
But shit, nah, they went right back up the field on there.
Because it's like after that punt return, that's when D'Amico started sending the house at
Mhm.
Lamar. And I'm like, yo, and that's the part that was getting me. I was like, yo, Lamar can't get away from this shit. But
Yeah.
like we said, the second half adjustments, Houston didn't have a chance in hell once they made them adjustments.
Not at all.
Now, Aaron, Big C,
Yo.
what up?
What's going on, fellas?
What's good?
Ain't nothing much, man. We just really getting started. We're reviewing, we're going by schedule. We're going over the Ravens and the Texans first. Calvin, I'll start with you. What was your overall review of Baltimore and Texas?
It started off to be like a good game, but I don't know if they woke them boys up at halftime. Like, look, man, he bought B2K ball to start dancing on y'all. And they went and like some. It was a tale of two halves, man. It was not the same one. I don't know which team. I don't know. I would have to rewatch the game to see who changed, to see like which team was different. You know what I'm saying? But because it was just two different halves. It was like, okay, we really got to show these boys who we are. Maybe it was a little lag, a little rust. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that. I do believe that was part of it.
Maybe it was a little rust or whatever. But second half, they got their win back. Like, all right, let's get on out of here.
Yeah.
So, shout out to the Texans for their season that nobody thought they'd have. You know what I'm saying?
They can be, man.
Yeah. Expectations. It's gift and a curse because now they're gonna expect you to do that every year. You know what I'm saying? Do that from now on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If not better. You know what I'm saying? Because they won the division 10-6?
10-7.
10-7, yeah. I still be thinking it's 16 games. 10-7,
right?
Yeah. So they're gonna. That's gonna sound crazy, but it's gonna be the benchmark of what that time that quarterback and coach gonna be judged on subconsciously for a good minute.
Nice.
Especially in that division.
Well, that's why I'm excited about that division because you got CJ, now you got Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson with the Colts. That's why right now it looks like the Titans are the odd man out. Aaron, what did you think of that game?
I came in at the second half, so that's why I had to go back and watch the first half to see what you was talking about earlier. Because I was like, "Yo, Baltimore looked like they handling business," but went back. You're right. They did look a little rusty, but overall, Lamar Jackson he put the team on his back and ran it through. So to me it was an exciting game to watch. So, but I came in on the second half. So.
It was, bro. I was saying this. I was like, yo, when I was watching the first half of that game, I said, if the Ravens do win, I said, how can I feel confident about picking them this week against either Buffalo or Kansas City? And you saw in the group chat, I retract my statement about Baltimore being in trouble because they did not look good the first half. They were lucky that the game was tied. They should have been losing after the first half. And CJ Stroud was getting comfortable, but I guess whatever was said at halftime, because you saw what the adjustments were. Them blitzes won't get home no more.
Yeah.
And Lamar did his thing. Now, here's the funny part. This is the first ever AFC championship game hosted by the Baltimore Ravens in their franchise history. How much y'all want to bet that Ray Lewis shows up to the stadium in uniform to give a fucking motivational speech, and before the team come out, he comes out in uniform and does the Ray Lewis dance?
You're not in uniform, bro.
That'd be kind of self-important to me. You should
it might be.
I don't know, Brandon. I don't know. This is a play.
That's a lie.
It's one thing to do that shit in preseason, but in the AFC Championship game, I don't see him doing that.
No, I can see him doing it being honorary, but I don't see him in full uniform doing it.
Yeah,
that was a joke. That was
That
was a joke.
Who knows? He probably does some type of rendition of that anyway.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
Oh no, I guarantee you, Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Suggs are gonna be in that locker room making a speech before the game.
Absolutely.
I mean, they be stupid not to.
Here, Ray Lewis. It's a team. It's a goal. And you never know. You guys are on the cusp of finding out what men can do when they put their heart and their soul and their mind and their body into it.
Like, he'll say something like, he said one time, like, why is the lion scared of the jungle? The elephant is scared of the lion. I'm in my mind, I'm like, no, he's not.
But
No,
if,
he's
if you're
not.
not if you're not paying attention, you be geeked after a
Oh
speech
yeah,
like that. You be
Yeah,
like,
oh, absolutely, boy.
hell
you look at
Because
them
yeah.
it's the
fucking
tone in
eyes,
the presentation. Yeah.
and you look at them eyes. Them eyes be wide open. We gonna show
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes who the real chief is today.
I kid you not. I got a chance to meet Ray Lewis when I lived in Miami. I mean, phenomenal dude, like really cool dude. We were doing a high school event, and when I tell you he had that same intensity with like 16 and 17-year-olds. He was like, "All right, y'all, we about to go in here." And I'm like, "Yo, bro, this is just practice. We just hanging out." And man,
That's why Ray Lewis would make a great
I was
coach.
like,
I think Ray Lewis would make a great coach.
Mhm.
No, I tell you why, Aaron, because some coaches, you don't have to necessarily know X's and O's. Some coaches can just motivate you. Like when Tomlin first took over in Pittsburgh, he was never nobody's defensive coordinator. He was the DB's coach. Dan Campbell was never nobody's, he was a tight ends coach. But some people just know how to make you want to run through a fucking wall.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
I think Tomlin was the defensive coordinator in Minnesota, but I understand what you're saying.
Oh, in Minnesota? Okay. I know he was y'all DB coach when y'all won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he went to Minnesota. He was the DB. He was the defensive coordinator the same year. Darren Sharp was there, and I remember them saying. I remember
You're right.
because they went to the same. They
played at William and Mary together. Yeah,
right.
You're right. But Dan Campbell was only a tight ends coach.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, but some people just motivate you. So okay, Baltimore. God, you guys, Baltimore, like it just hasn't been talked about really until the last month.
They have not. Yeah, they have not. They have not scratched Baltimore. They have not scratched Baltimore's back the same way they did like San Fran and all them other teams.
mm-hmm.
It's like everybody else is doing good. You know what I'm saying? And MVP is like, oh yeah, Baltimore. They just beat the team by 50. But anyway, back to Purdy. And,
right.
Exactly. Then we'll talk about Lamar.
Yeah. And it's because of Lamar, Leroy, Tyrone, Cleotis,
Right.
Rayshawn Jackson.
Chill.
I think his middle name is Cletus.
It got to be.
No, because you could honestly, if you look back at their season as a whole, you could honestly make a case. And every game they lost, with the exception of the last one when they didn't play nobody, you ask yourself, how the fuck did they lose? Because I know that with the prediction league, I never picked Baltimore to lose one game this year. Every week, now I didn't do that on purpose, but every week we're like, Baltimore's playing who? Oh, give me Baltimore. Give me Baltimore.
Yeah.
Give me Baltimore. And then when you look at that season, you're like, how did y'all lose to the Colts? How did y'all lose to the Steelers? I know how you lost to Cleveland. Now, Cleveland actually came in there and beat you. They beat you. But everybody else is like, you know, again, Calvin, like you said, oh, yeah, Baltimore. Back to Dak Prescott. Boy, he's playing great against those bad teams. And the Ravens have 11 of the Ravens' victories this season has come against winning teams. That's an NFL record.
Yeah. Yeah. He got the fro, he got the braids.
He got the braids, man.
He got both of them. He got half fro, half braids. Depends on how you like it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. It's a business. You got to be able to market that head runner, and it's tough to see him in a Wheaties commercial or
he's not as
he's not as marketable. It's tough to be able to put him in. Like think about if you put him in the Travis Kelce commercial, talk about getting a COVID shot. What's that gonna sound like? No disrespect to Lamar Jackson. Hey, Lamar,
facts, though.
That's real though.
That's really
y'all
true.
niggas don't want COVID.
Yeah. Y'all want COVID or not? Take this shot, nigga.
Take this shot, y'all.
It's on y'all, shout it. But like, it's not so much even a race thing, but like, had even like Dak Prescott or Hurts or any other quarterback been on that team, you would have heard more about it. Anybody.
And Brandon, you mentioned it yesterday when we were talking. Like the NFL has a marketing problem on the hand now, because a lot of the best, especially young quarterbacks coming up, like to be real pushes in the league, they're black or light skinned. So it's one of those things where it's like, all right, cool, let's see what it's gonna look like.
I was looking at the quarterback out of the the 8 quarterbacks that played, I mean, the majority of them are black, if I'm not mistaken. Lamar Jackson, Jordan Poole, CJ Stroud, Patrick Mahomes. Well, yeah, that's half. So half of them. It goes back to what,
Can I make a case for Baker? He invited to
I'm about to say Baker Mayfield.
Oh,
He a little thug.
Oh yeah, but
He got-
Baker could come to the cookout now.
Yeah, Baker got a little thug in.
So
You know,
Don't laugh too
it,
much.
Calvin, it honestly goes back to what you said a couple weeks ago. He looks like his name. He looks like his name. Like, to be honest with you, like, bruh, he's about to be a 2-time MVP, and you wouldn't know it.
yeah.
Yeah,
You wouldn't know it at all.
and that's the fact.
Yeah,
That's the realest shit you can say, bro.
He needs that. Remember back in the day when Michael Vick had that commercial, the Michael Vick experience, where it was like a roller coaster. He need a commercial like that. He need a commercial like that. I mean, but I'll tell you what, there's a big segment of the NFL that does not want this man to win a Super Bowl. They do not want that man to win a Super Bowl. That's why I don't have no more dog in the fight. But it's hard for me, honestly, to not root for the Detroit Lions, because when have we ever seen the Detroit Lions be shit at all? But
Never.
Lamar Jackson is my favorite player in the NFL. And so, but anyway, let's go to the next game. The Saturday night game, San Francisco and Green Bay. Aaron, I'm going to start with you. I'll give my opinion on that one last. And hopefully Calvin can come back.
We watched part of this game together, and my biggest standout was Brock Purdy looked confused. My man looked like he I think Calvin said at one time, it's like he showed up and remember he played football for a good half of the game. And flat out, it was, I will say it was a little disappointing. I did want them to win, but it was a little disappointing because they didn't look dominant. And for me, that's frustrating. When you're top of the NFC and you've been dominant for weeks on end, and then you show up and you barely beat another team like Green Bay, no slouches, but they weren't top of the NFC, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's confusing. It's like, where did all that toughness go? Where was all that bullying from earlier in the season? And honestly, that was my biggest takeaway from this one. Shout out to Christian McCaffrey. I love this kid. Like I absolutely love him as a running back. I mean,
oh yeah, it's reverse racism with Christian McCaffrey, because if he was a black running back, that nigga would be on the cover of Madden. I promise you.
Quickly,
that's the one position where he is truly a minority, and he's a beast.
Yeah, flat out. There's no two ways about it. I was a little worried about him. I think he got a little shaken up on a couple plays, but he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna keep playing." And
that hamstring.
Yeah, he got a little shaken up. So I'm excited to see him play more. But I have a good feeling about how the next game is going to turn out against the Lions. So we'll see what's up.
Calvin, we talking about Green Bay and San Francisco. Where you at with it? Your boy Brock Purdy.
Shit, he looked kind of like he looked like he was kind of rough. He looked like he didn't throw a ball in like 21 days. Green Bay almost got that ass.
That's what
Green Bay looked like it was ready to clap them. It was going down out there, boy. Had they not missed the field goal, I think hold on, because I'm trying to bring these groceries in. Can you still hear me?
And that nigga, he was like, I still play.
Yeah. I think he got a little, I think maybe he got a little cute at the end with a couple of throws. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say he got cute. They were just off. You know what I'm saying? But they almost got that ass, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know. Listen, he answered a lot of questions about that shit too. Like that boy can play now. You know what I'm saying? And he's only gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? He's only gonna get better. Green Bay has got another one. Ain't that
yes,
I can agree with
yes,
that.
They do,
which is awesome.
They do. Green Bay, what you say, Sean? They got them one.
They got them one too.
Green Bay got them one.
Yeah.
What do you think of that game?
I think if you put a hat on Brock Purdy, he started looking like Eli Manning, the bad Eli Manning. They used to throw with his feet going backwards and shit like that. Them passes start sailing every which way. But yeah, man, they almost caught that L. Green Bay came out there, and I thought it wasn't even gonna be a game for real.
And,
I thought the 49ers was gonna handle their business, but I was this close to being so excited that they was
Bruh,
catching that L,
I
bro.
was thinking about your ass that whole
Man, boy,
hey,
I was about to have a grand old time, bro. They ain't get it done though, but it was so close. But yeah, McCaffrey. I mean, all you got to do is lean on him when they're not doing too well because Debo had went out. He may not be good for next season. Who knows? But I mean, not next season. Next week when they play with that shoulder injury he had came with. I don't know about the reports with that, but that might be important as well too. So yeah, man. All I got to
and,
say, man, is they better
and,
tighten up before they see Detroit next week.
and can I say this? And I know you asked me, but can I say this in front of Sean? Purdy looks a whole lot different when he don't have Debo. At first, that game, I think one of them games, earlier this year, I thought, okay, Debo went down. You know what I'm saying? The Trent Williams went down, but it wasn't all that. It was just Debo. Debo go down. I don't know if Debo is letting the nigga know what the coverage is or whatever, but it's like when Debo go down, Debo down, like what
the
this
whole team changes.
how they say in NBA, how they say dude used to say hand
But
down,
Hand
man
down,
down.
man
because
down.
because you can dump it off to Debo and he can get you rack yards like it ain't
Yeah.
nothing. And then for the most part, when you got to worry about him on short routes, you got to worry about him taking that and then going on them quick slants in the slot. So he's not really going down the field. He's getting like short intermediate routes with Debo, and Debo's doing the rest. So that's why he looked different. Because now you got to take shots with IU. You got to take shots with George Kittle. You ain't just dinking and dunking your way up the field and running McCaffrey.
Um, I'm not gonna. There are a couple of factors that were into that game. The weather was ugly. Now, when Debo is out, it is a problem. It is a serious problem. I'm not gonna move the goalpost back because everybody had wanted to know can Brock Purdy have a come from behind victory. He had never had a come from behind victory, and when they needed it most, he did deliver. I'll give him credit with that. But if I'm Matt LaFleur, I'm channeling my inner Dennis Green. They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook because Green Bay should have won that motherfucking game.
Facts.
Green Bay should have won that game.
Even with the 2 interceptions?
Even with the last interception was, that was desperation. He I don't know why he tried to act like he was Brett Favre on that play. Like, nigga, it's raining hard as a bitch. Don't throw across your body. It was first down too.
I just knew when that motherfucker didn't make that damn field goal that they were gonna walk their ass up the field with no time left and get in that end zone. I just knew it, bro.
Yep. But it was a great game. Shout out to the Green Bay Packers because their future is bright. Now, what concerns me about San Francisco next week is Green Bay's offensive line kind of handled that defensive line. Aaron Jones had another great game. He had over 100 yards. You got one of the best lines coming in next week. Granted, now, Detroit, they lost a couple of linemen, I know they lost Jonas. They lost Jonas yesterday. But Aaron Jones, I give you Aaron Jones and I raise you Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, which leads me to the next game. Boy, but Motown is partying right now. And think about how close Detroit came to having home field in the championship game. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If the championship game was Green Bay at Detroit, I would have picked the Packers to win. To be honest with you, I would have picked the Packers to win. Division game, and it was when Thanksgiving when Green Bay came into Detroit that their season turned around. And when they beat the shit out the Lions. But Detroit, that was a defensive game the first half against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then the track meet started. And what I was surprised at was how Detroit was able to pick up the blitz and give Jared Goff time. Because if you give Jared Goff time, he'll pick you apart.
He gonna connect with somebody.
He'll pick you apart.
Mhm.
And Detroit, like I said, it's hard not to root for them now. They keep on exploiting that 89-year-old man who was alive to see, who was at the game the last time the Lions won an NFL championship before the Super Bowl era.
They keep showing him.
And he was that's an old dude. He was in his 30s then. And this was 60-some years ago.
The man said, I ain't gonna pass till I see one.
Till I see one. You got to give me one, baby.
I ain't going to. Here's my theory about why the Lions are so dangerous right now. And this is my bad, y'all. 1 second.
No, you good. You straight?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, here's my theory about why they're so dangerous. And this is why. Because if they go home, they still gonna celebrate. If they go home, they're gonna be like, yo, we made it this far. And to me, people who are like, we're gonna give it everything we got, but if we don't do nothing, we still gonna be happy. Those are the most dangerous people to play with, because now you're playing free. Now you unshackled. You're not worried about, I got to make this and I got to do this, and Jared Goff has got to be the next. No, we're not worried about none of that, because we know we're coming back next season, because we already picked the rest of y'all apart. Let's get at it. And that's what I watched with him. That's why when I texted the group chat, I was like, yo, this is a shootout. And they going back and forth. I was like, yo, this is genuinely a great game, both defensively and offensively for Detroit. Love watching them play. And them boys playing free.
Got to give shout out to Tampa Bay, though, too, because Tampa Bay is a team that had absolutely no expectations coming into this season. Baker Mayfield was pretty much seen as an afterthought, pretty much was damn near at journeyman status.
He made him some money.
Yeah, he has put himself back into the franchise quarterback level. He's going to get a bag. He's going to get a bag because this was a prove-it deal, and they exceeded expectations, winning the division, winning a playoff game, and giving the Lions everything that they could handle. And like Aaron, you just said, a shootout. They have to re-sign Baker. They have to re-sign Mike Evans. That's a must. Mike Evans balled out yesterday. I didn't like the call after he scored the touchdown. I didn't like the call of them going for 2. This is why I hate analytics. Because even let's just say Baker didn't throw that interception, you're still behind the 8 ball now, because you need a touchdown and a 2. So I mean, but yeah, I happy for Baker. Calvin's a Buck fan. I told him this yesterday. He's spoiled. He's being spoiled right now because you had Brady, you won the ship. You've been a perennial playoff team the last 4 years. You didn't expect it this year, but now that you got it, hey, why not? Sean, what's your takeaway from that game?
Man, Baker Mayfield was doing this thing, man. It was a back and forth kind of game at the beginning. I saw, and them running backs over there in Detroit, not to be played with. Jahmyr Gibbs looked like a monster.
Yeah, man.
Jared Goff is looking good over there. I mean, I know they're excited about picking him up. He was somebody's trash in LA, turned out to be the treasure piece that they needed to get Motor City into the playoffs to get them win. That boy's looking good. And they got a bright future going on too. I mean, like I said, it's pretty difficult. Me seeing my team as well, 1 year doing what you're doing. That's why you said they'll be excited and they know they'll get back there next year. That shit is really not guaranteed, because a lot of times those people pluck coordinators from your team. Sometimes you can't re-sign certain players. Yep. They get signed somewhere else. So you would like to do it with what you got right now. And they had a special run. Like I said, Detroit really hadn't had any. They hadn't had any wins, and so they have 2 playoff home wins at their house. So I know they feel good regardless of what happens going forward, because nobody really expected them to be there. Yeah, people thought that they would be a good team, but not NFC Championship kind of team, and nobody really saw them at the end. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to Baker Mayfield for the check you about to receive.
Yeah, he about to get your bag.
And it's going to be difficult with them trying to get Mike Evans back, because like I said, he'll be a high commodity in Houston looking for a wide receiver. to kind of pair with CJ and that boy from around there.
So don't let it fool you. So is Kansas City.
Yeah, and so it's Kansas City. I mean, because they need some receivers too. So I mean, that'll be the thing. But if you want Baker back, you really got to get who he was succeeding with Mike Evans back. So that's going to be a big piece for them as well. But they had an awesome season as well too. So shout out to Tampa for that too.
Shout out to Todd Bowles.
Shout out to Todd Bowles. Yeah, even though this dude has no facial expression whatsoever.
He doesn't.
It's funny. I'm actually on their website right now. This is the biggest smile I've ever seen this man have in my entire life. Like, hold on. Let me see if I can show you. I ain't never seen.
Oh shit! He cheesing.
They must have just took this one because
that was that. I'm happy I got the job picture.
Yeah.
Because Todd Bowles is a recycled black coach. You know, a lot of black coaches don't get that second head coaching job unless you really made a mark. You know, he never took the Jets to the playoffs. But he's. Shout out to Tampa Bay. Now, Calvin, we're talking about the Bucks and the Lions, bro. What you think?
Yeah, my bad. It was better game than I thought it was gonna be. I thought we were gonna get our boot smoke. I feel like we were two bonehead plays and an injury away from maybe advance. Like when Dean went out, they went to Armand because I told Jesus, I said, Jesus, do not put Crispy Davis on Amon Ra. And Jesus, he instead of acting like my Lord and Savior, he acted like a djinn and said, "Be careful what you ask for." Because once he went down, once Dean went down, they didn't put Crispy Davis on him. Oh no, they put Zion McCollum, spring chicken on him,
and that was worse.
He was crispy around the edges real fast. But you know what I'm saying? We was a bonehead play away. I don't know what Baker was doing. I thought he played like I do on Madden. When he threw that pick, I stood up and put my hands on my hip. And when they closed up on him, I gave him the Eddie Kane. I said, "How does it feel to be me?" But shout out to the Lions. They've been playing their ass off all year. You know what I'm saying? They've been real consistent. They've been real Pittsburgh like. When I say Pittsburgh, they have been real scrappy. They have played down to their competition sometimes. They played up to their competition sometimes. Right. They have been real Pittsburgh like. Old Pittsburgh. I'm talking about like with Lamar Woodley and them boys.
Oh, you talking about early Mike Tomlin days?
Yeah,
that's a heavy compliment.
Mike Tomlin with them Bill Cowher castaways, you mean?
Yeah. I don't know if Woodley was ever with was Woodley ever with Cowher?
Yes. Oh, Woodley? Oh, no, he may not have been with Cowher.
Yeah. I know maybe James Harrison might have been with
Harrison and Palomalu and all of them were.
Yeah. Casey Hampton was, but
like
Foot was Larry Foot with Cowher?
Yes. All of them. Really all of them except for Woodley. Ike Taylor, Ryan Clark, all of them was with Cowher.
Yeah. But shout out
to them. Not Ryan Clark. Not Ryan Clark, no.
You know, they played it, you in the end you get what you deserve. We just you throw two picks. You know what I'm saying? You deserve to lose. I'm glad he played.
Baker fought his ass off, though.
He fought his ass off. He's a fighter.
He played.
Yeah. And he earned that contract that he's about to get.
Yeah. But he did his thing. He really, it started with shout out to you because you said Baker would be serviceable. He would be at the very least serviceable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was, it's just, and you hit it on the head. Well, you hit it on the head, but I told you this. I was spoiled by Tom Brady. You know
what did I just tell y'all before he came back on?
It was almost like a prisoner in a glass palace. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause when we first got him, didn't know what we had. Like Brandon said we was gonna win the Super Bowl. I ain't believe that nigga.
I did.
We won, and then it was, what I'm saying, we threatened for another one after that. Little did I know that I was already in my jail cell. Cause that next year, like this year was a lot more freer than I've been in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't really give a shit.
You guys, if I can go back into the archives, the audio archives, which I can, Calvin was mad when they signed Baker Mayfield. He was pissed. I tried to tell him, I said, dude, if Baker's healthy, Evans is still there, Godwin is still there, you still got the weapons, you still got the defense. If Baker is healthy, he will be.
I say unmoved, uninspired. You know what I'm
When I was telling him
I
all of these things, he was like, "Brandon, you're trying to make me feel better. Brandon, you're
saying?
trying to make me feel
Yeah,
better."
yeah.
was around and I heard
I
that.
think
If I'm
I
not
think my
mistaken.
I think my
Thank you,
I
sir.
think my I think my words, if I'm paraphrasing, was shut the hell up, Brandon.
No, I think it was "Shut the fuck up, Brandon."
No, I would. No, I would. No,
Oh,
it
yes,
was
you
like
would. I got a
no.
witness on here.
Who, Sean?
Sean was there.
Get the fuck out! What kind of witness is that? That's like telling. That's
I'm
like
a credible witness, sir.
that,
I'm a
you and
credible witness.
Sean being your witness, like telling like your mama said, yeah, he was at home all night, officer. I'm like, the fuck, Miss that bullshit.
It's on wax though, bro. It's
It's
on
on
wax because I
wax.
was around.
It's
Mm,
on wax. I promise
mm,
you.
okay.
I
But
remember there.
again, Tampa exceeded expectations. You know, again, and I said this before you came back on, Calvin. I said, Calvin, I told Calvin he was spoiled because of the Brady effect. There's no
Yeah.
problem. There's no shame in that. You know, if you, to be honest with you, history is repeating itself because
Mm-hmm.
when y'all won y'all first Super Bowl, that was around the stretch where y'all went to the playoffs about 4-5 years in a row. You got
Mm-hmm.
the Super Bowl. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but the difference with this time is you found your quarterback. You know, y'all thought Chris Sims was y'all answer last time.
Who the
That was
fuck
not the
thought
case.
that?
John Gruden.
Oh, oh, he just like blonde white man. That's all.
Shut the fuck up.
This guy.
And he might be the
But
fucking
let's
cure.
let's go to this last game. Aaron, I'm gonna start with you because the victory is yours.
Nah, I don't
Because
know.
oh
I
yes,
mean,
oh yes, oh yes. When I talk to him, he's like, "Man, fuck Buffalo. Buffalo, I don't want Buffalo to win nothing.
see,
I'm a
I don't remember
Dolphins fan.
saying.
I hate them. I hate them."
I don't remember all that.
And I'm
That's
like,
funny.
Aaron, I said, Aaron, I understand. I said, but I'm a Broncos fan, and I don't want the Chiefs to win shit. So, um,
That
Patrick
conversation
Mahomes
doesn't
does it
seem.
again in his very first road playoff game.
That
You
boy
know,
hard.
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is not going to have to win 7 Super Bowls to be considered to be the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm just letting you know that now. If this motherfucker reel off 2 more, they're going to call him the GOAT. If he hits 4, they're going to call him the GOAT. Now, with that being said, Aaron, I'll start with you. How did Buffalo blow that game?
I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you because I'm looking at it. I'm like, they probably should have won that one. I'm very happy that they didn't. I feel like Josh Allen ran a whole lot more than he normally did, or maybe that was just
But
me.
the
I was
shit
like, yo,
was
this,
working. It was
yeah,
working.
yeah. That was kind of frustrating. I was like, yo, this man he's white. He's white. He's not Lamar Jackson. He shouldn't be running like this. But no,
He
they
a
played
different
pretty
breed, though.
decently. I'm not gonna hold you. Patrick Mahomes is a very different breed
Yo,
of quarterback. And to be honest, yeah, 2 more like you mentioned when we were on the phone. This
yeah.
guy's gonna be a Hall of Famer as soon as he retires. Like it
He's
is what
already
it
a Hall of
is.
Famer.
Yeah, he's already a Hall of Famer. 2 more, and I don't know if he'll be the GOAT, but he'll definitely be up there in terms of just like quarterbacks for the rest of our generation. So shout out to them for winning. I thank them very much because there was a very real chance that Buffalo was going to walk in here and take advantage of the fact that it takes them a long time. It takes Kansas City a decent amount of time to move downfield,
Come on,
just
buddy.
because their receivers have some trouble. But
Now,
it is
now they
what it
can
is.
catch. Now the receivers can catch all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. Let's go.
See what
On the
happened when you
play.
get Kadarius Tony, and when you deactivate him. Now your receivers can catch.
Is that what they did? They had to deactivate him.
He didn't play.
Hey, that's what's up, man. I was thinking they might have to tie that nigga in the trunk, tie that nigga in the
Hey,
closet.
Well,
hey.
Calvin, what did you think of the Bills versus the Chiefs?
Oh man, I know the Bills are so sick of wide left, wide right. They don't want to see no wide nothing, no goddamn more. They let
No.
they let the beige sensations skate again, and you know what I'm saying. So like I said, until you count that dude, you can't count him. It don't matter how good the other team can play,
You were
but
right.
you can't
You're
make mistakes
right.
against that dude. That's what makes you know what I'm saying. That's what puts you in GOAT conversation right there. Like yeah, the other team balling. You know what I'm saying, but I'm balling her. You know what I'm saying, and I'm just a little bit more. Come on, Dad. Come on this way, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't watch the game because I was in a fetal position, but I was listening to it. Come on,
Hey,
From
shut
under
up.
the table. From
come
under
on,
the
come on, lay down,
table.
man.
Nigga
No,
say
I'm on in a
he's in a fetal
fetal.
position.
Come on, lay down, buddy. Come on right here.
Hey, he was
There you go.
still heartbroken, man.
It's all good.
Yeah, I won't heartbroken. It won't nothing compared to last year though. But but we not talking about that.
Oh,
We
yeah.
talking about the Bills and shit. It they played their ass off until they fucking kick up. It's heartbreaking for Bills fans. And they kept showing the same fan over and over. I thought they were just doing it to certain teams, but I guess it's a trend. They show that shit. They show
They
the
want
same dude over and over.
they want you to catch that meme.
Yeah, that's what
Yup.
it is.
Sean, what did you think of that Bills and Chiefs?
Man, I know the loneliest motherfucker in the world is that damn Bills kicker right now. Cause that shit hurt, boy. And you can see that wind just a blowing too. And I was like, man, I don't know if he gonna be able to make that shit because that shit is blowing tough, boy.
Oh,
But
the wind was strong out there?
Yes, about
at
15,
that
20
time,
miles an hour. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
he might be all right then.
No, it was decent all game though, but it was like, but right when it was time for that motherfucker to kick, them shits picked up, bro. That motherfucker must be the unluckiest motherfucker in the world.
No, that's because Patrick Mahomes got Jesus on his side. Because when he first kicked that ball, it was going straight down the middle. Then the
Yeah,
wind
and
just
that
took that joke
that
just
bit, yeah.
sailed.
That's
What
what I'm
end of-
saying.
What end of the stadium was Taylor on? Did she start singing?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Like
I wouldn't
Ariel?
doubt it. Yeah.
Hey, Jason Kelsey upstage Taylor.
Yes, he did. That
This
boy was out
butt-naked
there
ass
going
motherfucker.
crazy.
Hey, listen. Listen. What goes around comes around. You get what you pay for, and nobody party like white people once they quit their job. You know what I'm saying?
He said quit
Nobody.
their job.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody.
Yeah. If
don't
he
know,
retired, that boy was going crazy, boy.
Something tells me that Kelsey Jason is gonna be back next year.
He restructured his contract.
I was gonna
just
say, I
recently.
think
Oh,
he's
for real?
coming back next year.
Yeah. He
Because
just
if he was
recently
gonna
restructured
retire,
his
he would have
contract.
announced it already. I think at the end of the season meetings, they was like, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z. Just give us one more year. I don't think he's retired. But look, this game, Sean, I'm gonna look at this from a different. I'm gonna look. Yeah, he was still the best center in football. Grays and all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at this from a different way. Yeah, the kicker didn't do his damn job, but in the fourth quarter, Buffalo fucked up. Period. Because for one, you were running the ball, it was working. What got you the lead, it was working. Then you want to get all pass happy. Now Stephon Diggs, nigga.
Explain to me, it's for me and for viewers that don't know what happened with that. What when you say Stephon Diggs, what did he do?
Josh Allen threw about a ball 65 yards in a cut and win. It was a beautiful pass.
Uh-huh.
And Stephon Diggs went up to catch it and just let the bitch go right by his hands.
Oh, okay. Again, for the viewers that don't know, is this the same Stephon Diggs that was bitching at the beginning of the season?
Same guy.
Okay, all right.
But see, here's where Buffalo was fucking up. Again, you went away from the run. And then, for whatever reason, on fourth down in your own territory, you call a fake punt to Damar Hamlin.
What the fuck was that?
For him to fucking fall out again?
Bro, it was like 5 yards away from the fucking first down. You do a running fake punt. That shit was ridiculous, bro.
And I say that to say,
get an SB? Were you trying to get
yeah,
an
right.
SB?
I'm saying that to say like when they like it's not like he is the most recognizable non-starter in the league right now.
Yes. You run a fake punt. Now you get bailed out because Cole Hardman fumbles the ball in the end zone. Now on Buffalo's last drive that led up to the missed kick, I think Josh Allen was trying to force the football down the field. You were at about the 25-yard line, about the 25-yard line. So you don't on second and third down. Go ahead.
Can I cut you off real quick because something just dawned on me. What did you say, Calvin, about DeMar Hamlin?
He is the most recognizable non-starter in the league right now.
Okay, so would that be? Wouldn't you think that maybe that was part of the script to have DeMar Hamlin be the ending
I
of the
think
Buffalo
I
Bills?
don't think I don't think the NFL is that cheesy. I think that's
Okay,
something that Brandon was
uh,
talking about as far as the Bills fucking up.
okay,
I think I'm leaning towards Brandon's point. That was the Bills calling an audible, trying to put their two pieces into the script, and it ain't working. Go ahead, Brandon.
And what
okay.
I'm saying is that
Sorry.
Kansas City was between the 20 and 25 yard line. On second and third down before the field goal attempt, Allen throws two passes in the end zone. I'm talking about situational football here, and I'm so serious. I'm talking about situational football. It's slightly under 2 minutes. Why are you trying to go for the gusto to give Patrick Mahomes a chance to even come back? Give him the ball with a chance to come back and have a game-winning touchdown. Because on second down, you had Diggs wide open in a crossing route. On third down, you had Dalton Kincaid. He wasn't that wide open, but it would have been if you hit Diggs the first time, that's the first down. If I'm Buffalo, situational football, even if we end up kicking a field goal, for one, it's not going to be a 44-yarder. That bitch is going to be to the equivalency of an old extra point, about a 24-yarder. And Patrick Mahomes, you are not seeing the ball again unless it's in overtime. So when Josh Allen needed to be big, he came up short, unfortunately. And wide right, I mean, I can't totally blame the kicker, even though that's your job. But Buffalo Josh Allen could have driven the ball longer, further down the field to make it, if you had to settle for a field goal, where it would have been more makeable.
Right. You know what we do? You know what football fans as a whole don't realize? If the game come down to the field goal, a lot of other motherfuckers won't doing their job.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again.
So yeah, shout out to the kicker in it. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't shouting him out now. No, you supposed to make that motherfucker.
You got one job, motherfucker.
Yeah. And, hey, so does Stephon Diggs. He's supposed to catch that pass.
That's true. Now, like Green
Yeah,
Bay.
well, you see
yeah.
Stephon way more than you see that damn kick.
Okay.
Now, Green Bay's kicker missing the field goal is more understandable because it was raining hard as a bitch. That's more understandable. And but again, what if you Buffalo, what can you say? People want Allen and Mahomes to be the new Brady and Manning so bad, and it's just not. Because while Josh Allen beats him in the regular season, nobody gives a fuck. If you can't put him out in the playoffs, that's no Brady and Manning. No, because and over the last 2 years, you done had Joe Burrow come in your house and whoop your ass. You had Patrick Mahomes come in your house and knock you out. Now what? They why they want Allen and Mahomes to be the new Brady and Manning? Because they don't want to talk about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's true.
And now let me ask y'all a question. Sean, I'm gonna start with you. Who do you think the Ravens were rooting for yesterday?
Honestly, knowing the Ravens fan I talked to, they really didn't care either or. More likely, they didn't want to see Buffalo because the way that Josh Allen plays is kind of what I heard from him. But because Kansas City wasn't looking like Kansas City usually was, dominant. But I mean, it's still Patrick Mahomes. But I think they take the way they were playing. I think they would go take whoever.
Aaron,
I gotta parrot the same thing. I think whoever went to Baltimore, they were gonna get punched in the face regardless. Like they were gonna get B-Town stomped out there. But
B-Town stomped.
B-Town stomped. But if I wanted to play anybody, honestly, if I was thinking of a top level at a marketing perspective, I probably would have preferred them playing the Bills. I think that would have been a much better game in terms of like a back and forth. And I think because I like watching defense. Defensively, it might have been a lot better to watch too, versus watching the Baltimore defense absolutely eat Patrick Mahomes for lunch. Because they was gonna put butter on that boy and call it a day.
Hold up. Hey, I know I ain't getting a Facebook message from Tiffany Liggins Padmore, diehard Cowboy fan, talking about some Go Ravens. with a Ravens.
No, bro.
No.
No, we don't do that.
No.
We don't do
She
that.
got to switch it. No.
Matter of fact, I seen her on Facebook switch when Dak was acting ass. She took off the Dak jersey and put on the Ravens stuff.
Uh-huh.
No, ma'am.
Caught
Go
you.
home,
No,
Stanley.
ma'am.
Hey.
Go
Uh-huh.
Here we
home.
go.
Pulling your card.
Go home,
These
Stanley.
fans ain't loyal.
Oh, Calvin. Now, who do you think?
I don't blame her. I would leave Cowboys too.
I don't blame her neither. But I'm calling you bluff. I don't blame her neither. You know, good job. Calvin, who do you think the Ravens are rooting for?
Honestly, I think them boys went home and got together and got on Xbox, started playing Monopoly. They didn't give a fuck. It was goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Allen, Mahomes, Allen. It don't matter. Ravens and 6. Goddamn it, they don't give a shit the way they playing. Bring them on. Come what may. Goddamn it.
I agree that there's somewhat of that attitude, but if you ask me, got to be the Chiefs. I tell you why. Got to be the Chiefs because for one, if Lamar Jackson, if you want to beat a man, you got to beat the man.
Absolutely.
It's got to be Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is
Well,
the top dog. And if you're Lamar Jackson, you're about to have your second MVP, just as many as him. If you're gonna win a Super Bowl and you get through that motherfucker to do it, I don't give a shit if his receivers ain't catching. Because the fact of the matter is, if the Chiefs got eliminated in the first round, that's one thing. They're back in the AFC Championship game. This is in your house, the first ever AFC Championship game in Baltimore for the Ravens franchise. It's got to be Kansas City.
Yeah,
it's gotta be. And this
makes a lot of sense.
And now part of this is me reaching because I am pissed that Kansas City won. But when I look at things from its totality, no, if you Lamar Jackson, you gotta beat that dude. Gotta beat him.
I would have thought even if Buffalo would have won, you like you said, you gotta be the man, you beat the man, you are the man. So if they beat Mahomes, then they the man for the they the man by default. So
yeah, but if Buffalo had to beat Kansas City, that didn't make Buffalo isn't the defending Super Bowl champions. You know, Kansas City. You know, and I hope Baltimore. What'd you say? Be more stomp them. I hope they curb stomp Kansas City. Okay, so all right, fellas, let's get into it. Championship Sunday. The first game that's going to be on is Kansas City and Baltimore. I'm expecting to see Ray Lewis run out the tunnel to It's Hot in Here, doing all of his shit.
It's hot in here.
I am. You know, all of the Ravens alumni, and it ain't that much alumni. They only been around since 96. You're going to see niggas from the 2000 Super Bowl team. You're going to see niggas from the 2012 team. You're going to see Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. You might even see Flacco in that bitch. Jacoby Jones was at the goddamn game on Saturday. You might see Jamie Sharper in that motherfucker from the 2000 team. And Chris McAllister and all of them boys. Shannon Sharp might be there. I mean, hell, he damn sure ain't going to a game in Denver. I mean, so you may see him up in there. So
you know good and well Shannon gonna be there.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't know though. Shannon don't like the cold.
Not
now that he ain't playing football no more. Shannon an LA dude now.
Yeah.
Georgia. But Calvin, I'll start with you. Ravens versus Chiefs. What you feeling?
I still have to stand by my previous statement. And kind of like what you said, until you beat the man, he is the man. So therefore, I'm going with the Chiefs. That don't mean I don't want the Ravens to win, but I'm going with the Chiefs because until you beat him, he is the man. Right or wrong?
That's true. Yeah. Sean?
Just because he is the man don't mean that the man can't get that ass whipped. And I feel like the Ravens can beat that light-skinned man. And I feel like, yo, honestly, the Ravens defense, I think it's gonna be too much for them boys. I think they got better weapons than they ever had on the Ravens offense, and Lamar Jackson gonna be hell to play with. So I'm gonna give it to the Ravens, man. I think this their year.
I'm gonna have to agree here. I'm pulling for the Ravens. I definitely hope it's a decent game. I don't want it to be I don't mind if it's a stop out, but I prefer to watch a decent back and forth game. But Baltimore got this one.
I
I'm
hope.
pulling for
Go ahead.
Baltimore to have it. I'm pulling for Baltimore to win this game.
I hope Baltimore wins 62-0.
Mm.
Now look,
I know you do.
this no, but to be honest with you, all jokes aside, this it's because it's my inner Bronco fan of why I'm a Chiefs hater, but I don't mind at all seeing Patrick Mahomes doing what he's doing. I don't, but it's time for a real nigga to get to the Super Bowl, and I do mean that statement. I'm ready to see a real nigga get to the Super Bowl. I'm ready to see a real bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see, again, Lamar Jackson is my favorite player in the NFL. I've been a Lamar fan since Louisville. I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes get hurt, but and when I say hurt, I mean I want.
That's some mob stuff right there, bro.
No. I don't want. No, I want to see him.
Terrible.
I want to see him finish the game.
Brandon Gate.
I want him to finish the game, but I want to see him looking like Tom Brady after he left Denver in 2015. I want to see that nigga pissing blood, even though he finished the game. Okay, I want him to receive that type of ass whooping. But I mean, look, Kansas City. All jokes aside, Kansas City has a heart of a champion, and they showed it yesterday. They have a heart of a fucking champion, and Calvin's not wrong for saying what he said, because this high yellow bastard, you got to put him out in order for it to be. So
it be your own people, boy. I swear. It be your own people. My man still ain't gonna pass the paper bag test. Like, he's still with us.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, Brandon.
Huh? I'm sick of seeing Taylor Swift too. I'm so tired of seeing Taylor Swift. I hope they from Baltimore. I hope Drew Hill is in attendance. Maybe they'll show Cisco. I don't know, because I'm tired of them fucking Swifties and all of that other goddamn bullshit. I mean, but
Cisco.
Yeah, Cisco. Unleash the dragon.
And I wanted to book, and before y'all go, can I direct y'all the attention to this meme I was trying to share? Had the views one. It was close to my heart. I think y'all will find it very nice.
Well, you got to turn your camera on, sir.
I sent it in a text message, brother.
Oh.
Well, how would I show my phone on a meme on the phone through the phone?
Oh yeah, good. That's a good point.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, I can't look at it through my phone while I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
My ignorance.
It's okay, man. That's good. You're not.
Yeah, we you know me. I'm certified dummy. Now, the conference championship games, I had 3 of the 4 teams right. I said Cleveland and Baltimore, and I did say San Francisco and Detroit. Sean, I'm going to start with you. The 49ers and the Lions. Now, before you answer that question, let me paint a picture. Because Baltimore has been so dominant. If Detroit wins, you could be risking a blowout in the Super Bowl if the Ravens win. Let's just say the Ravens win. Because the Lions' worst game of the season was when they went to Baltimore. Now, if the 49ers win, we saw what they did to them on Cribber. So that's all I'm saying. 49ers, Lions.
I don't think what happened to the 49ers last week is going to be what happens this week, even though they're going against a better team, I believe. I think it's going to be a tough game. I feel like if the Lions and Aiden Hutchinson and them boys on the line can get to Brock Purdy, then it will be a close game. Depending on what happens with Debo, and that shoulder is going to be important, because if Debo's not in and they can focus that game plan in on McCaffrey, because if you can stop McCaffrey, then they might can come out on top. So It's a lot to go in this game, but I still believe if healthy Debo, I say the 49ers. I can't say without Debo, I give it to the Lions because I still think uh, that the 49ers will be able to, if they know, adjust to that shit. But I'm gonna go with the 49ers.
Aaron.
I'm pulling for Detroit this game. For the main reason I said before, these boys is playing free. They just playing. That's it. They just playing steady, straightforward football, and I look forward to watching because I don't have the same level of confidence in San Francisco if they're not going to be bullies. So because there's not enough wiggle room there.
Calvin.
Trust me, I want them to get their ass whipped. Believe it.
I think I'm going for the 49ers. I think they're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna they they had a little rush too. Maybe they're gonna wake up. They probably like the Ravens took them 2 quarters to wake up. It might have took the 49ers a couple quarters more, but you gonna have to wake up when you playing a scrapping team like that because they are hungry and they want it. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know where they at. They just playing. They don't it's like the moment is not too big for them because they don't even know what the fuck the moment is. They just
who doesn't know what the moment is?
I'm
the Lions.
The Lions.
Okay, I'll give you a little pushback on that.
I know you will, and I'm gonna push back too. Go ahead. Give me your best shot.
The most important the guy at the most important position knows what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't Jared Goff's first NFC Championship game.
It's not.
And if he's your leader, you got to follow him. You know, he's been there before. And oddly enough, the year that when he won the NFC Championship game, he was on the road.
Okay.
You know, so this is not new turf for him. It's not new turf for Josh Reynolds. It's not new turf for CJ Gardner-Johnson. So what you have to lean on those players who have actually been there before. Now, as an organization, no, the Lions haven't been to an NFC Championship game in 32 years. As an organization, the Lions haven't won 2 playoff games since 1957. But as you guys were saying earlier, the Lions, even if the Lions don't win, they'll be happy that they made it this far. As a fan base, maybe you think like that. As a team, no fucking way. Because you don't know the next time you may get this far again. Because I guarantee you, win, lose, or draw, coming in the 2024 football season, the Detroit Lions are going to have even more expectations on them because they were a championship participant. They have a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. Now I want Detroit to win because I want Sean to come over here and say, "See, I told you Brock Purdy won't shit. He ain't played last year." They said, "Oh, it's because
he ain't shit now. You see what he did."
I want to hear Sean go off and say, "They lost to the Lions. They lost to Detroit. They never been to the Super Bowl before." But I honestly. Now, if I want to go X's and O's, I don't like the way Green Bay ran the ball on San Francisco last week. I understand the rain may have been a factor, but I give you Aaron Jones and I raise you David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. And the 49ers secondary, just like the Lions secondary, can be had. They can be had. And the Lions are just playing with a chip on their shoulder. And to be honest with you, if you ask me who's the better team, I don't know. A month ago, I would have said San Francisco. But coming into the playoffs, I said, I think Detroit's going to go to the – remember when I was fucking around saying Detroit versus Cleveland Super Bowl? Well, one of the motherfuckers can actually make it. A month ago, I would have definitively said San Francisco. Now, with the way Detroit's playing, I don't know if the 49ers are better than them. Only thing I know is that the 49ers are at home. And if Deebo Samuel can't finish the game, you can forget about it. Tell you that right now. If Deebo can't finish the game, forget it. Because that offense, we know now who the most valuable player in that offense is. It's not Christian McCaffrey. It's not Trent Williams to a certain degree. It's Deebo. So if Debo done got Craig and he can't play, forget about it. So I'm going
Forget
with
about it.
the Lions. I don't have anything against the 49ers. I don't have anything against the 49ers at all. I think the 49ers versus the Ravens would make a better Super Bowl. But I tell you what, if the Lions go to the Super Bowl, the story of Detroit will carry the load until the game starts, especially if it's Baltimore. Now, if it's Detroit versus Kansas City, I think the Lions will beat Kansas City.
Well, that's all smooth and all, but them players you talking about leaning on, you don't think the 49ers got the same players outside of Brock Purdy, who was hurt in the last one, to lean on as far as championship aspirations?
Well, aspirations is one thing. Actually playing in the championship, actually playing in the Super Bowl is another thing. What players on the 49ers been to a Super Bowl?
And the only person on the lines is what? Who?
I just gave you three.
And you talking about Golf? Okay, he lost. What's the other one?
Reynolds. He was on that same Rams team,
and he lost too. Okay,
and
what's the third one?
And so did Gardner Johnson.
Okay, he lost. So, but my thing is my thing is this: the 49ers have been able to play a bully ball a lot more than the Lions have.
You know, I'm sorry. I got to take when I say who on the 49ers have been to the Super Bowl, I totally forgot about 2019. Debo and Kittle have been there. Warner and them have been there. So, okay.
They lost two.
So. Yeah, they lost two.
So, but it's almost even in that argument. I just think that the 49ers are going to be a lot more ready to play. To me.
Well, you could be right. Now I have a question for you guys. Mm-hmm. Where's Bill Belichick going?
I think Hot Atlanta. That's what it looked like. He down there. He done went there, seen all that chocolate.
Got that hoodie, got that sleeveless hoodie out there in the street.
Okay, Bill, I like your hoodie and shit. Go ahead,
Bill. Man.
Yeah, but I'm with him. I see they've been interviewing him. He made a second interview. I think they both serious about it. So I mean, I can see him going to Hotland.
Yeah, if he got a second interview, then yeah.
Now let me ask y'all another question. Would y'all consider Bill Belichick to be a petty individual when it comes to competition?
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
I mean, they cheated. You know what I mean? And whatever.
Yeah.
So, just a curious question. What if Buffalo came calling?
That would be weird. If Buffalo came calling, he would be a fool not to take him.
Mm-hmm.
He would be a fool, absolute fool. You got a better quarterback.
Are they a 3-4 team or are they a 4-3 team?
Nowhere.
Because McDermott is a 4.
For what?
Because they set up as a 4-3 team right now. And he'd have to change some shit. But that's neither here nor there. We talking about when you cross that bridge.
Is that OJ?
You know what I'm saying? I thought you'd appreciate that, Sean.
That's wild.
Yo, these people are crazy, bro.
I thought
people come up with, man.
I mean, and he could, because if I was him, what I'd be looking at like, damn, what's holding me back these last 3 years since the GOAT left was a quarterback. I got one over there. You know what I'm saying? It's a question mark in Atlanta. I mean,
big time.
So yeah, that's a no-brainer.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just
saying.
Trade
for Justin Fields.
Who?
Bill Belichick in Atlanta.
Oh, I would in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah,
I would.
I don't
But
know,
man,
man, because them boys when they one little win, them boys hitting the strip club, and he like to write a tight he like to run a tight ship over there, man.
hey, look, your old owner used to get happy endings by strippers in Florida, so that ain't nothing that Belichick ain't used to. Robert Kraft was in Jupiter, Florida, getting the love a long time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That
oh,
was
I
a
bet
big
you
thing.
did. You forget about a lot of shit when it involved a billionaire.
That wasn't his fault. He was hanging out with the wrong rappers. That wasn't his fault. That wasn't his
Yeah,
fault.
he was popping with the
He
rappers
was
back
hanging.
then.
He was
Wasn't
hanging with the wrong rappers, man.
He was with Meek Mill.
He was with
He
Meek
was.
Mill, yeah.
Nah, man, he wasn't with no rapper because the rapper that had that shit, the rappers wouldn't got caught. That
No, yeah.
not with no shit like that. He was
Them rappers was with
he was
him.
he
I
was
mean,
with his
that's
people.
exactly how he got caught. This
Yup.
90-year-old white man hanging out with these black dudes. That don't look right. Everybody gonna be
Yeah, because the
wild.
cops, the cops pulled up like, hey, what you doing with that white man? Oh man.
Hey,
Yeah,
that shit used to fuck me up. Like, why is Robert Kraft hanging out with Meek Mill? Like, what the hell?
that's hilarious to think about.
It's a weird combination.
You ain't never lied. So let me ask y'all something. So, out of the 4 teams left, who do you think is the best story heading into championship weekend?
I mean,
Probably Lions.
yeah, of course, I would say the Lions because they haven't been anywhere. So imagine them going from nothing to the Super Bowl. That would be like the biggest storyline.
Not to mention, I just want to be able to say I went to school with a kid who went to the Super Bowl. That feels good. So
Who was his
I'm
name?
rock with that. Jalen Reeves.
Oh,
The
okay.
linebacker. Yeah.
Well, I think I do agree with y'all. It's the Lions, but I think just by a slither over Lamar Jackson. Because if Lamar Jackson gets to the Super Bowl, the fact that yesterday's games, 3 of the 4 starting quarterbacks was all from that 2018 draft. You had the number 1 pick in Baker, the number 3 pick in Allen, and then the last person in the first round was Lamar Jackson. And he had motherfuckers telling him that he should be he should be a running back or a wide receiver.
Yep.
Because people who look like him, who talk like him, who sound like him, who move like him, ain't supposed to be a quarterback. We made an exception with Michael Vick, and he ended up in jail. Ain't that a bitch? No, we can't have another one of them. And so I think it is Detroit, just because if you look at Jared Goff's story, different. But I mean, when you get told by an organization that you took to a Super Bowl, we don't want you no more. That's cold as a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's cold as a bitch. That is. So, who do you think? Okay, now let me ask you guys about the future of each team that lost. Let's start with the Houston Texans. Future looking bright. Calvin, I'll start with you.
The Texans, yeah, fuck yeah, they bright. They future looking bright. Yeah, hell yeah, they like I said, it's a gift and a curse because you've done so well so quick. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's gonna be asking you to do that again. You know what I'm saying? With the, you know what I'm saying, in the same fashion. And every game is different. So every season is different.
All right. All right. So I'll go. I see you guys are all in agreement with that. Future's right. I believe that too. Same thing, Sean, with you, Green Bay Packers.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't see it. I didn't really think about it because it was a question mark on how well Jordan Love would turn out. But as you can see from the footwork and him getting in the playoffs and that team being as young as they are, man, that future looks just as bright as it does in Houston. Having the youngest rising over there in Green Bay, a quarterback, finally getting yourself a franchise quarterback again after you just lost Aaron Rodgers. I mean, them boys don't miss, do they? From Favre to Aaron to Jordan.
Yeah, like how do you do that?
Like whoever picking their quarterbacks is the dude, ain't it? Like
you talking about an NFL script. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That franchise ain't even got an owner.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nope. Hey, maybe that's the common denominator. You don't have an owner to meddle in the business.
Absolutely, and you can pick who looks good. Yeah, but that's what it is.
They ain't no owner with some friends on it. The friends that own Fortune 500 company, like, yeah, you pick him, man. We do this deal. You know what I'm saying? We get it like that. We get it like that. You know what I'm saying?
but I know they like their future over there. Like I said, they looking good and nothing but good things as long as Jordan could continue to grow, continue to show improvement as he did this year, man. Yeah,
That boy rhyming out here. Go ahead,
and they
Both
got a
Aaron.
young
honestly.
coach, a
Yeah. I mean,
young good
both of
coach.
these teams don't need any major restructuring. They got what they need. I think Houston maybe need one more wide receiver, something like that. But other than that, everybody killing it. Everybody's stable. They're doing just fine.
All right. Well, Calvin, sorry, Aaron. I'm gonna go to Aaron first. Buffalo Bills.
They just
Looking a
need to
little
shut down the
dicey
whole
over there.
organization. Like, yeah, no, just shut the whole thing down.
But that
Everybody
is
quit.
true
All y'all go
Dolphins hate
home.
right there talking.
After you
Everybody just go
done
home.
try to crucify Mahomes all night, you let him rant, goddamn it. You
You know
talking
what I'm
about
saying?
nigga?
Like,
He talking about shutting down the organization. You want nigga piss blood? You trying to give a nigga interpretation?
man, bro, you nasty.
Hey,
You over here
if
Yeah,
saying
you
boy.
if
certain
you
mob hits on the man. It's like, come on now.
look, if you piss blood, the organization is still going. I'm sorry, Aaron. Go ahead. What do you think Buffalo's future looks like?
Nah, objectively, when it comes to the Bills, I think they're another organization that's perfectly fine. They're gonna come back shooting again next year, which is what's gonna make them incredible. One of the reasons I'm frustrated with them right now is because I know next year in our division they are gonna be a force. They're gonna be a force to be reckoned with, without question. They are gonna come back shooting hard, especially
Pause.
after this loss. Nah, ain't no pause. They're gonna be shooting hard in everybody's
Pause.
face. But yeah, no, they're going to be a phenomenal team going into the next season. So it is what it is, and especially if, and hypothetically, if Bill Belichick goes to the Bills,
Yeah.
they will be in.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even. I would literally puncture his tires so he never
I'm
makes it
fucking
into that
weak.
interview, bro. I'm dead serious. That guy with that team in the AFC is a problem, and I don't think anybody wants to see that happen. Nobody wants to see that happen. Nobody.
Mm-mm.
Except
Okay.
Bills fans.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
So Calvin,
Mm-mm.
what do you think the future looks like for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers? You think they're gonna come back next season shooting hard?
I think with no real big dog in the division, the way he played, I think it's very possible that we make a we, we make a big splash. You know what I'm saying? We're not sneaking up on nobody. It all depends on who we can retain. You know what I'm saying? Like if we can like with Levante David, he's like almost 40. Devin White going AWOL. You know what I'm saying? So I think we can.
How much you think y'all finna pay Baker next year? What's his contract floor?
I don't know. He can ask for a lot. Now, will he take it? That's another thing because the trend is you get it in the back, you get it down the road so that you can sign people.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna be giving, if you're gonna be giving it like that, he got to be able to take it. So
This nigga so childish, bro. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm sorry, y'all, man. I tried to hold, bro. I couldn't even. Brad is so fucking childish, bro. All
I'm
right,
sorry,
cool.
y'all.
Oh man. All
Can you
right.
repeat the statement?
I'm getting ready to get off.
I'm sorry.
yeah, I got to slide here in a minute too.
Oh,
Uh,
oh fuck.
in other news, Master P's son just
What kind of transition is that, man?
no, but I'm being dead serious.
Let me get out the mic for a second.
Oh shit. Master P's son dropped 28 against the top high school in the country, and today signs a $1.3 million NIL deal. Earlier in the season, he dropped 68 in a game. This is Mercy Miller. God damn. You know, we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, talking about NIL deals. Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing for the
What's wrong, y'all? Come on now.
Yo, wow. We're trying to run a professional podcast here.
Okay.
Boys over here laughing.
Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing for the high schoolers, for teenagers? Hey, look, y'all just got a taste of what it was like to be us in high school. This is how the fuck we acted, and just the one look that does it. But do you think that's Hey, look, man, authenticity, Aaron, is the best part about this podcast. Is that we us?
You know I'm here for it.
Do you think that's a good thing or bad thing for the teenagers? You know, now I'm not worried about him because he's got business advisors. His father is. But do you think that type of money is good for the teenagers? Explain.
Not for kids. Not for kids. From a money mindset standpoint, you could come on now. Like we look at grown men in the league, how they spend money, how they operate with money, the types of things that happen to them when they get the type of contracts that they get. I mean, these dudes be getting plugged, and you making $27, $30 million. And you talking to a kid, somebody who doesn't really understand how money works, and you give them a contract like that. No, all you know how to do is play basketball real good. So to hand somebody a contract like that, without proper management, I think what needs to happen is there needs to be a type of management, some stipulations in place to make sure and protect these kids. Because deals like that, that's like what am I paying you for?
Right.
That's my thing. It's a big difference. I'll be honest with you. I've never watched Mercy play, like, ever. I don't know what name they kid Mercy, but
Ain't their names Percy, Hershey, and Mercy?
Yep.
One of them lady. It's his
Percy. I get because that's his daddy name.
Hershey is he plays for Louisville.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah.
What if he had one named Lordy Mercy? That'll send that junk over the top. I thought, hey.
Well, I mean, I'm not worried about his NIL deal because he grew up with money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that it should be a requirement, especially for the student athlete, because now they're a paid employee. I think it should be a requirement for them to take a business management course while you're in school.
Yeah,
that's just me. Calvin, what do you think about that?
I think a business course should be required in 8th grade moving forward. They tell you what the money mean and what the denominations mean, but they don't tell you how to manage it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what so of course I think college students need one. Of course. You know what I'm saying? But you need that in somewhere in the K through 12 era. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in there, it gotta be before college because everybody don't go to college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So of course. Of fucking course, hell yeah.
Sean, what do you think?
You gotta forgive me. I ain't had a headset, so I know I'm trying to gather myself.
It's cool.
Can you repeat the question?
Who would you? Okay, if you stuck in the basement, right, and you have 12 minutes to live.
That is not the
question. No, we about to find.
No, with the NIL money, they're giving these 18 year olds, they're making seven figures. Do you think that's good for the teenager?
Uh, if they were raised right, know how to financially handle their money and know what to do with it, yeah. But if not, and they like half of these grown men that got money don't know how to handle it, so you're giving it to somebody who's younger. It's gonna be even worse. So
Yeah.
I don't know too much how that'll be a good thing, because now instead of just struggling in college, they're gonna be balling in college in a party school, in a party atmosphere, where college is really a party atmosphere. So
Ain't nobody going to class.
Nobody.
It's gonna be turned up in schools now. So I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Even though money goes through colleges anyway, but I'm talking about for these specific kids who's not used to having it and partying. Yeah, it's gonna be treacherous.
Because now everybody get it. First it was just the Cam Newtons and the stars. Now everybody get a piece of that pie now, right? Am I correct or wrong?
Well, it's name, image, likeness. So it depends on it really is on your popularity as an athlete. Everybody.
So basically the ones that were getting the bag on the low are getting it legal now.
That's why Nick Saban retired. As quiet as that's kept. Because it's now a level playing field. But imagine that 18-year-old whose family is struggling, whose family is struggling. Now that 18-year-old got a $7 million NIL deal. And the first people that come out is going to be the family saying, yeah.
But it's different now, though, because now the families ain't really got to wait for them to get to the NFL now. Now it's all they got to worry about is them getting into college now. So it's gonna be a whole lot of pushing for these kids to get to college and to get to the. It's more likely chances of people saying, "Oh man, it's gonna be hard for you to get to the pros." But college, some of these kids can go to college and destroy college and get popular and do more things at college. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a lot more kids trying to stand out to be able to get them in an NIL deal. So it's going to be tough.
People are starting to stay in college as opposed to enter the draft early because they're now getting that paycheck. Which I'm not mad at but see, the only beast is why it's not necessarily consistency amongst college team now is because of the transfer portal. And I'm actually here for it because all the transfer portal is free agency in college football, in college sports. Here's something that may make you guys chuckle. University of Miami tight end Cam McCormick has just been approved eligibility for his 9th year in college.
How you going to stay in 9 years?
Yeah, technically.
Well, it depends on what your major is, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just keep declaring a new major every year. My biggest issue with something like this is exploitation, because that's what we were seeing with the under the table deals to begin with. What I would love to see how these deals are structured, because then it becomes a thing of, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we gave you 1.3 million. Let's say some random kid, but you got hurt. Now you can't play. We need that check back. Now we need it back.
What happens with that is what a lot of these players do. What they would do before the NIL came out, they had insurance policies to ensure that if, let's say, their career ended in college from a catastrophic injury, if that happened, their insurance would pay them out 7 to 8 figures. Because Zion Williamson, when he was at Duke, he had a policy. Remember when his foot went through the damn shoe?
That was at Duke? That was in college. I thought that was in the pros.
No, that was at Duke. Yeah, so everybody was like, oh, well, what if he's really, really, really hurt? He had an insurance policy already in place where, let's say he had a career-ending injury, he would have still got $14 million now. Now, $14 million ain't shit compared to the contract that he signed, but still, that's what a lot of these players do is they have insurance clauses so they can at least still get a bag if for whatever reason they have a career-ending injury.
If you're Zion Williamson, we talking about like the 1% of the 1% when it comes to these players. I'm looking at the larger field of this, because it's the schools that got big bags that's gonna come after these. And I hate to put it this way, but this is how it works in society. The poor and uneducated versions of these people. Like, I know you can hoop. Yeah, I know you can hoop. Come play for us. We'll give you $2 million, whatever the situation is. You have no clue what's happening. You get exploited.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough to see, but it's technically, the NIL is still technically in its infancy, right? It's been around how many years now?
This is the third year.
This is the third, yeah. It's still in its infancy, so I guess we're not seeing any exploitation right now, or nobody falling apart.
Oh, you will.
But it's coming. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's coming. It's coming.
Mhm.
And I guess right now, because right now we're only seeing it with like the college males, but obviously once you start bringing everybody into this becomes
No, it's not just the
a
males. Angel Reese from LSU, she on an NIL deal.
oh word. That
Caitlin
was
Clark,
before,
she's on
that
an
was
NIL
before,
deal.
before or after the championship.
Before, she was on an NIL deal last year when she first came to LSU, because originally she was at Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, she NIL'd it, transferred to LSU. Then they happened to win a championship. But yeah, Caitlin Clark too. They
And you
paid.
think they're getting more money in college than they won in WNBA?
Hell yeah, because they literally just started making six figures in the WNBA 2 years ago. Angel Reese's NIL is for over seven figures. Why do you think she didn't go? Why do you think she didn't go pro after winning the championship?
That's what I'm saying. You think imagine how salty they are.
I just want to point out one thing, and I hate to sound rude. Well, when y'all talk about Angela Reese, I think about two words: Slim Thickums. That's all I wanted to say.
I love Angel. I do. I love Angel. You know, I do. Did y'all see that shit with the Chicago Bulls when they brought back the Ring of Honor and the Jerry Krause, the former GM who drafted Jordan and Pippen and brought and Grant and brought
And
and
they booed that lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes to show you.
That was trash.
Yeah.
That was straight up trash move.
And I think you might find this funny, but a lot of Bulls fans are Cowboys fans. How you like them apples?
Well, we know Tony is.
He's not the only one. He's not. He's one of several I know.
Well, boy,
combination.
Well, I mean, hey, look, they've been a disappointed fan base because they ain't won. The Bulls ain't won shit since Jordan, and the Cowboys ain't won shit since Bill Clinton. Now, Larsa Pippen keeps on shitting on Scottie. Why she gonna come out public and say that her and Scottie Pippen used to have sex 4 times a night, but her and Michael Jordan's son is having sex 5 times a night? First of all, I don't believe that. 1 second.
Yeah.
4 times, that's too much.
We gotta go to work in the morning.
Somebody ain't got no job.
Her, nigga. Her.
Somebody ain't got no job. Like that song that was out. I can do this for hours and hours and hours.
Her.
Yeah, somebody ain't got no job.
Yeah, you ain't got no job.
She the one who's married to the professional athlete. But look, if I'm Michael Jordan's son, bro, that's a red flag, bro. If I'm Michael Jordan, I'm pulling my son to the side and be like, son, you really want to marry this chick? And it was fucked up because at the Bulls ceremony, Jordan won't there, Pippen won't there, Rodman won't there. I know why Jordan and Pippen won't there because I'm sure they don't want to be in the same room with each other.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know what type of ramification, what's going on behind closed doors with them people. Like, they might be, Jordan and his son might be at odds over this shit. You know what I'm saying?
They might be.
Over some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this will fuck you to both of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you made a bad situation worse, son. I don't give a shit.
You know, that sounds like some son type shit to a famous motherfucker do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Michael Jordan, to be honest with you, this whole issue with Jordan and Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan started that shit, but people don't want to say that. Michael Jordan started it with The Last Dance.
For what? Telling what really happened?
Well,
hello.
Part of it, yeah.
Okay, told what really happened. If you did something and somebody said you did it, you did it.
Me and Tony had a long talk about this shit because the shit that happened in 97 and 98 when Pippen held out for the contract, yeah, I get that. But to bring up the shit that happened in 94 when Pippen refused to go into the game against the Knicks and Tony Kukoc made the game-winning shot, Jordan wasn't even on that team. He wasn't on that team. He was playing baseball. And that particularly was the thing that had got people coming at Scottie Pippen neck. But I'm like, bro,
it won't a secret. He did it.
He did it, but again, people have pretty much forgot about that shit. And again, if this is they talking about the last dance, the last season together, the 97-98 season, what the hell does 1994 have to do with anything when you weren't even on the team?
If that being said, he shouldn't have showed nothing but the last season. It would have been 2 episodes. It's all tied in together. It was part of the story. Jordan is synonymous with Chicago Bulls. Period.
No, I get it, but this is why this is when Scottie Pippen started feeling some type of way.
Well, that's true. But you know what else is true? He did that bullshit. Be a man. Stand by what you do. No, it ain't no. That's not. Don't throw stones and hide your hand. Look, don't. You did it. You cost the franchise. You cost that franchise a chance to win. You tried to. You know what I'm saying?
They lost that series.
They lost that series. You did that. There's nothing else to talk about.
I'm just telling you where the venom really started from.
Right.
Because Scottie Pippen came out and said he didn't think he was portrayed fairly in the documentary.
Did he not do it?
It's been straight venom ever since. Now the whole my son is fucking your ex-wife. That's just some other shit right there.
Yeah. You got to cold. That you that nigga. If you can call that blitz. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? Go fuck his wife, son. Ain't nobody balling. Ain't nobody moving like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. That's. I think them two things don't have anything to do with the other. You know what I'm saying? That's just coincidence to me. But
is it really? She used to babysit that nigga.
That's just
some
stuff just be a little too much.
Now she's still taking care of him.
5 times a night, according to her.
Damn shame.
He's shooting hard.
What are we going at 15 minutes apiece? 5 minutes apiece? Are we calling that a session? Like,
what's happening here?
Again, like you said, like Calvin said, somebody ain't got no job. Clearly, it's her.
He popping them pills, them Nagras.
Yeah, and I ain't never been married, but I would bet my bottom dollar. Married people ain't fucking like that. Somebody got to go to work. I don't give a fuck if that's your profession. Somebody got to go. The hell?
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe. I'm sure that I believe that there were times when they got it in like that. Times like if you just in the house all day and that's your plan, sure. But every day, nigga, you busting like 40 nuts a week, 50 nuts a week.
She probably did a backtrack thing because when she said the whole 4 nights a week thing, it made him kind of look like, oh damn, he doing his thing, and so now she got to be like, hey, the new dude doing, you know what I'm saying? But
that's
that's
I mean, it might work. She had Buddy dressing like Young Thug after she left him for Future.
Oh, that's right. She was with Future. Damn.
That's why a lot of them. You just gotta cut your losses with some people, bro.
Yeah. Bro,
I feel bad for him because like, yo, that gotta hurt.
She wanted them.
She left with she after she was with Future. She was with Malik Beasley, who was a teammate last year of her son while they was together. Yeah, imagine what practice was like.
She's one of them. Once Jordan cut his son off, she'll cut him off, and then she'll move on to the next victim. If that milkshake still bringing boys to the yard, well, you know what I'm saying? And it's not to down women because you have some stand-up females out here. You have some queens, white, black, and all colors. But but just like on both sides, you do have some of them.
You do.
You did.
You do. And fans only ain't nothing but thought boxing. That's just me. That's just me. Oh my God, Rob! You guys, Robert is in the chat. Rob said it must be her ass. Rob said it must be her ass.
Is that your Robert or another Robert?
Because it ain't her face.
I need a tip drip.
Is that your cousin Robert or is that a random Robert?
No, you know Rob Calvin. You met him at the fight parties.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was D. Robert.
No.
No, I'm thinking about David. Oh shit, I'm thinking about. I was thinking about David.
Oh, David
That's
would
what I was
say
thinking
something
about.
way more reckless.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was like, oh shit.
No, David would say something way more reckless. But
Yeah,
Rob,
Way more.
shout out to his wife. She calmed that nigga down, boy. That nigga used to be on
hasn't
this
she?
bitch wilding. That nigga was
I miss
all
that nigga on here.
That boy was out of control.
Oh, somebody just said they walked in at the wrong time. You goddamn right you did. Real nigga talk right here.
It's
Nah,
never
you
wrong.
walked in at the right time. It's never,
It's never wrong time.
Join in the conversation. Tell us what you think about the 304s.
Mhm.
All right, family. It's
All right, bro.
baby time.
Yep.
All right, love y'all.
I too must depart.
All right, bros. Hey, we love y'all, man.
Love you
All
too,
right,
man.
man.
Y'all be
Hey,
safe.
Sean, I'm online, baby. If you
Oh
want-
yeah,
if you
yeah, yeah.
want
We
this
gotta,
work-
we gotta play.
You
We
want
gotta
this
play.
work?
Yeah. Well,
Alright, I'm
no,
in-
shut. Right after this. Right after this, I'm gonna hit you up. We can play.
Oh, okay. All right. And I
Yeah,
hit
sign
you up
up.
last night because I needed you to. I hit both y'all up last night because I just wanted y'all to tune into this stream. Y'all ain't had to watch it. Just put your phone on.
Bro,
sat
I
down.
was passed the fuck out. I was so
I
angry.
know
You
I was so
you
angry
probably
with the Buffalo Bills.
you probably watched 60 Minutes and was out.
I might have watched 60 Minutes for 30 seconds. My black ass was done. No, actually, I fell asleep watching goddamn Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Ocho.
Mm-hmm.
But
Them
yeah,
boys,
yeah.
man.
I
I need to
saw you
start
call me
watching
this
that
morning. I was like, damn.
Mm.
Hey,
I
yeah,
thought-
don't start no game, fool. Right after this, we can go so we can get this joint out
I'm
the
in
way.
the third. I'm in the third quarter of one. So after this, like I said, after this giant, whenever
I'm gonna log in. You'll see me. Just hit me up.
Okay.
Oh man, yo,
Alright.
hey, Sean, we got a special shout out right here. One of our Highland Springs family members, Kavon Winston, just said, "What's up?"
What up, Cut?
Kavon, what up, bro? Hey,
What's good with you?
he said, Vance, what up, Cut?
Ain't nothing. Cut was
What
good
up,
with you.
baby boy? Hey man, good to hear from you, man.
Hell yeah, fam. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. We hope all is well, fam. Yo, hit me up, bro. Hit me up, bro. You can be on here one day. You know,
Now your
we
people
show
call my people.
exactly. Have your people call my people, aka chats. Yeah, so
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
man. No question. So so I got a question. So Sean, before we get off, yeah, Calvin
Right.
made a good point. He said, let people know. Let's have some let people know what the hell y'all think about what we was talking about as far as them ones, because Calvin said we got some queens out there, but then like Larsa Pippen, we got and we love you too, bro. We got the ones like Larsa Pippen, but we got some queens out there. What y'all think about them ones? Them ones. You know,
Hey,
them
y'all trying to
fans
get me in
only.
trouble.
You just lost one. It's so funny.
I don't want to talk about this.
You just lost one.
Instagram models, bro. Instagram models be that's a weapon. They done weaponize them, bro.
Hey, yeah, weapon. Are you joking? They all over the place.
Yeah, they done
But you
weaponize.
know what? It's probably something. It's probably something that's been in place for a while, and you just seeing the inner workings of it, because you know y'all
Of
talk
course.
about people. You talk about like when you know how people get hemmed up and like
Rifles.
dark forces at work. A lot of
Absolutely.
that shit is when they found out you done did some shit with somebody you weren't supposed to do it with.
Like Zion Williamson,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
fucking that damn model and then paying her 100 racks to shut up.
You know that, man. You better sign some NDAs or something like P Diddy and them.
Yeah, you better go to the P Diddy School of NDA, baby.
Yeah, because you know good and well they go.
Bro, that's what Deshaun Watson was doing. That nigga was having them Instagram massage therapists.
Man, yeah, no, he was on the company dime. That's what he knew all the bodies were buried.
He damn sure
Yeah,
was.
yeah. That's why they knew all the bodies were buried, because they issued them jobs to him.
That's why Houston happily traded. That's why Houston agreed to trade his ass away.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Reluctant. They was reluctant.
They was reluctant, but
They was reluctant, but it won't. It won't to.
Deshaun had receipts.
They called the blitz before. They called the blitz before he left.
Yeah, Deshaun had receipts though. That nigga had some receipts. That nigga had some receipts. But anyway, we can call this a wrap, fellas, because I'm gonna put my voice on ice until Friday. But once again, Sports Plus Life is being broadcasted on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you're on Facebook, do us a solid and share the video, okay? If you're on YouTube, Rob, share the video anyway. And if you're on Twitch, I don't know because I ain't that deep into Twitch. Calvin, you can tell me more. And Sean, y'all can tell me more about
Yeah.
that.
You about to learn a lot about it. Sean, stream that game when we play so he can see what goes on.
I'll watch it.
Absolutely, bro. I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna put it in the chat, John, too. In the chat and the thing. But yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Trust.
But good seeing some of our HS fam out there, and good seeing some of our fam in general. For Aaron, for Calvin, for Sean, it's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns. We out this bitch, and we shooting hard. Peace.
You fucking nut. You're a nut, dog. Get the fuck out of here, bro.